Hello students, welcome to this video. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about thermal radiation and the laws of thermal radiation, where we are going to discuss various law which is pertaining to thermal radiation. The first law is Planck's law or Max Planck distribution law. If the spectral or monochromatic emissive power of a black body or a black surface is highest at every wavelength at a given temperature, and this is given by Max Planck distribution law. So a mathematical relationship is formulated in 1900 by German physicist Max Planck to explain the quantum theory of electromagnetic waves or spectral distribution of radiation which is emitted by a black body. So it is seen that the total emissive power of a black body varies with the wavelength and at a given temperature, and also varies with the temperature. Okay, so therefore we can say mathematically, based on that quantum theory, we can say the black body emissive power is the function of lambda and T, where lambda is the wavelength and T is the absolute temperature. So Planck's law for the energy E lambda radiated per unit volume by cavity of a black body in the wavelength interval lambda to lambda plus d lambda, where d lambda denotes the increment of wavelength and can be expressed as EV lambda is equal to C1 into lambda to the power minus 5 whole divided by exponential to the power C2 by lambda t minus 1, where C1 and C2 are the constants, and C1 can be found by the relation 2 pi h c naught square, which is equal to 3.742 into 10 to the power 8 or 37.45 into 10 to the power not 8 18 into 10 to the power minus 17 watt per meter square, and C2 is 1.438 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter Kelvin. Okay, so the EB lambda of T is equal to spectral body of emissive power at absolute temperature T. So this relation is valid for black body spectral emission in a vacuum or a gas. For other mediums, the constant C1 and should be replaced by C1 by n square. Okay, so the spectral emissive power of a black body is a continuous function of wavelength. So at any given temperature, it increases with wavelength and reaches a maximum value, and then it will decreases with the increasing wavelength. So at any given wavelength, the emissive power increases with increase in absolute temperature, and the curve will reach peak value of emissive power. As temperature increases, the peak shift toward to smaller wavelengths. Okay, so second law pertaining to that thermal radiation is Stefan-Boltzmann law. It is very important law, where the scientist Joseph Stefan and his associate Boltzmann they come up with a law based on the thermal radiation, and they states that the total emissive power of a black body is directly proportional to the fourth power of its absolute temperature. And the monochromatic emissive power of a black body is obtained from the Planck's law, and then this total emissive power of a black body over entire wavelength spectrum can be obtained by integrating EB lambda. So we have the total emissive power of a black body EB, and it can be obtained by integrating Planck's distribution over entire wavelength. EB is equal to 0 to infinity EB lambda, EB lambda into d lambda. Okay, so now we know that what is EB from Planck's law, so we can able to write EB is equal to t to the power 4 into C1, equating that C1 lambda to the power minus 5 divided by exponential to the power C2 by lambda t minus 1 into d lambda, and by multiplying and dividing by t to the power 5, we can able to write C1 into t to the power 5 lambda to the power minus 5 divided by exponential to the power C2 by lambda t minus 1 into lambda t into t to the power 5. So we can take t to the power 4 outside, and we can write EB is equal to t to the power 4 into 0 to integration of 0 to infinity into C1 C1 into tt divided by lambda t to the power 5 into exponential to the power C2 by lambda t minus 1 into d lambda. Now put lambda t is equal to x and t d lambda is equal to dx, and substitute that in equation. We can write EB is equal to C1, C1 is a constant term, we can take it outside, so C1 into t to the power 4 integration of 0 to infinity dx divided by x to the power 5 into exponential to the power C2 minus x minus 1 into, then now we can substitute C2 by x is equal to y, therefore dx is equal to minus C2 into dy by y square. So substituting that in equation, we will get EB is equal to C1 t to the power 4 divided by C2 to the power 4, because that is a common term, y cube divided by e to the power minus y, e to the power y minus 1 into dy. So by integrating, we will get EB is equal to C1 to the power C1 into t to the power 4 divided by C2 to the power 4 into 6 into summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity 1 by n to the power 4. So we can able to write that by simplifying. We know 1 by n to the power 4 is equal to 5 by 4 by 90. So substituting that, EB is equal to C1 t to the power 4 divided by C2 to the power 4 into 6 into 5 by 4 by 90. So as this is a reason, summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity 1 by n to the power 4 is equal to 5 by 4 by 90. So now substitute the values of C1 and C2 in this equation, and we can able to get EB is equal to sigma into t to the power 4, where sigma is the EB is the black body radiated power. It is given in terms of watts, and sigma is the Stefan-Boltzmann constant, and the value is 5.67 into 10 to the power minus 8 watt per meter square Kelvin to the power 4, and T is the absolute temperature. Okay, so we can able to see this equation in data handbook also. So this is a graph where we can able to see the wavelength versus spectral radiation in spectral radiation, and this plot for of a black body spectral emissive power EB lambda of T against wavelength lambda radiation for the same selected or for the selected temperature to the few selected temperature. The plot which will indicates that the spectral emissive power of a black body is continuous function of wavelength at any given temperature. It reaches with wavelength and reaches maximum value and then decreases with increasing wavelength. Okay. At any given wavelength, the emissive power increases with the increase in absolute temperature that you can able to see. T is equal to 673, 873, T is equal to 1073. For this emissive power increases with the temperature. Okay, and each curve has peak value of emissive power. Although as temperature increases, the peak shifted towards smaller wavelength. As temperature increases, the peak shifted towards smaller wavelength. Lambda is equal to 1, 2, 3 in that range. And then the peak of the solar radiation, a black body radiation, when T is equal to 5800 Kelvin, reaches in visible range of the spectrum. Therefore the sun is in tune with our eye. Okay. On the other hand, the surface at temperatures T is less than 800 Kelvin is emit almost entirely the infrared region, and thus the radiation is not visible to eye. Next important law is Wien's displacement law. So William Wien, in a German physicist in 1893, he used his theories about heat and electromagnetism to deduce Wien's displacement law. And this law calculates the emission of black body at any temperature from the emission at any one reference temperature. So the spectral black body emissive power distribution over a certain range of wavelength and it is observed that for a given temperature there is a definite peak. In previous slide I shown that sketch, isn't it, where we can see or we can observe for a given temperature there is a definite peak at a particular wavelength. This wavelength is called as lambda max or a maximum wavelength, and that depends on temperature T of the surface. So the relationship between the wavelength lambda max and absolute temperature T at which AB lambda reaches maximum value is called as the displacement law. So it can be derived from Planck's distribution law by applying the condition of maxima. So in order to get maxima condition, we have to differentiate that EB lambda with respect to d lambda. So before going to see the derivation, we will straight away state the law. Wien's displacement law states that the product of absolute temperature and wavelength at which the emissive power is maximum is constant. That is, the product of absolute temperature and wavelength at which the emissive power is maximum is constant. So we know that lambda, that means lambda max is directly proportional to lambda max is proportional to T. So the lambda max into T is a constant. That constant value is 2898 mu mk. Okay, micrometer Kelvin. Now in order to get this constant value, we have to we have to apply the condition of maxima and we have to equate it to 0. So differentiate this EB lambda. This EB lambda is equal to C1 into lambda to the power minus 5 divided by exponential C2 by lambda t minus 1. This relation we can able to get from Planck's distribution law. So differentiate this EB lambda with respect to d lambda and equate to 0 to get maximization. So this is the condition. Differentiating, we will get exponential to the power c2 by lambda t minus 1 into minus 5 c1 lambda to the power minus 6 minus c1 lambda to the power minus 5 into exponential to the power c2 by lambda t into c2 by t minus 1 into lambda to the power minus 2 whole divided by exponential to the power c2 by lambda t minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. And simplifying this, we will get therefore minus 5c1 into exponential to the power c2 by lambda t minus 1 into lambda to the power minus 6 plus c1 into c2 by t exponential to the power c2 by lambda t into lambda to the power minus 7 is equal to 0. And therefore c2 by lambda 5 into lambda t plus exponential to the power minus c2 by lambda t minus 1 is equal to 0. Further simplifying by assuming c2 by lambda t is equal to x, we can write x by 5 into exponential to the power x minus 1 is equal to 0. This is in this form. So by trial and error method we can simplify further. Therefore x is equal to c2 by lambda t is equal to 4.965 and c2 by lambda t is equal to 4.965 which is equal to lambda m into t equal to we know the value of c2 and substituting that c2 value we can able to get lambda m into t is equal to 2898 mu mk, where lambda is the maximum wavelength. Okay, so from this we can able to get the value of the product of, we can show that the product of maximum wavelength into absolute temperature is always equal to a constant 2898. Okay, next law is Kirchhoff law. Robert Kirchhoff, a German physicist who contributed to the fundamental understanding of electrical circuits, spectroscopy and the emission of the black body radiation by heated objects. He stated this law. So according to his law, it states that the in thermal equilibrium, the ratio of total emissive power of the power to the total absorptivity is constant. So Kirchhoff law states that emissivity of the surface of a body is equal to its absorptivity when the body is in thermal equilibrium, okay, with the surroundings. So consider a small body 1 of surface area A1 and emissivity epsilon 1 and absorptivity alpha 1 at temperature T within a large radiating enclosure, okay, at the same temperature which is shown in figure. The energy incident on the small body EB is equal to sigma T to the power 4, and of this energy, the radiation absorbed by the small body per unit surface area at a temperature T is energy absorbed is equal to energy emitted. So it is equal to IA1 alpha 1 which is equal to E1 into A1. Okay, so or in terms alpha 1 into EB or alpha 1 sigma T to the power 4. The radiation emitted by small body is E1 is equal to epsilon 1 into where I is equal to E1 into alpha 1. Thus, at the thermal equilibrium, the radiation emitted by a body must equal to the radiation absorbed by it. So, if this body is replaced by second body, the same shape and surface area but different size, we can able to write I A1 alpha 2 is equal to E2 into A1. I is equal to E2 by alpha 2. The second body is replaced by a black body, then we can write I is equal to EB by alpha B. Therefore, E1, when in thermal equilibrium these are equal, so the energy emitted by surface must be equal to energy absorbed by the surface. Therefore, we may write E1 by alpha 1 is equal to E2 by alpha 2 is equal to EB by alpha B is equal to I, which is equal to EB. Therefore, alpha 1 is equal to E1 by EB and alpha 2 is equal to E2 by EB. Therefore, for any body, alpha is equal to E by EB. E by EB is nothing but emissivity. Therefore, alpha is equal to emissivity epsilon. Okay. Thus, the total emissivity of a surface at a temperature T is always equal to its total absorptivity for radiation coming from the black body with the same temperature. Okay. So, this relation simplifies the radiation analysis and developed by Robert Kirchhoff in 1860 and thus known as Kirchhoff law. Hence, it is true at a specific wavelength that the spectral emissivity is equal to spectral absorptivity at thermal equilibrium for all bodies. So, this law is applicable when the radiation properties are independent of wavelength, that is for gray bodies, or when incident and emitted radiation have some same spectral conditions. Next, fifth law is Lambert's cosine rule. So it states that the total emissive power E theta from the radiating plane surface in any direction is directly proportional to the cosine of the angle of emission. So the angle of emission theta is the angle subtended by the normal to the radiating surface and the direction of vector of emission of the receiving surface. So if EB or EN or IN is the total emissive power of power in normal direction, then the emissive power is E is equal to En cos theta. En cos theta or E theta is equal to En cos theta, or simply E is equal to En cos theta. It is true only for diffuse radiating surface. Okay. For the surface obey Lambert cosine law, the intensity of radiation in any direction is same, that is I is equal to constant.